Good day, everyone. So, I'm going to discuss now the UNIT 5 Population and Mobility, Topic 3 Global Migration. These are the topics that I am going to discuss. Global migration refers to the movement of people from one country or region to another on a large scale, usually for various reasons such as economic opportunities, social or political reasons, seeking refuge, or pursuing better living conditions. It is a significant aspect of globalization and has far-reaching impacts on both the countries of origin and destination. The concept of human migration refers to the movement of individuals or groups of people from one place to another, either within a country, internal migration, or across international borders, which is international migration. This process has been an integral part of human history and is driven by various factors, including economic, social, environmental, political, cultural, and demographic reasons.
God bless her. My name is Segovia, taking of Bachelor of Science in Social Work. This is the types of migration. Internal migration, moving within a state, country, or continent. Internal migration is a type of voluntary migration where people move within their own countries. Common causes of internal migration include economic opportunities, the desire to live somewhere within a familiar culture, or seeking a better climate. Internal migration, moving to a different state, country, or continent. External migration is moving to a different state or continent. Immigration, leaving one country to move another. Immigration, moving into new country. Return migration, moving back to where you came from. Immigration, leaving one country to move to another country. Immigration is to leave place, as in the family immigrated from example from the United Kingdom to United States. The term of immigrate should only be used when referring to person who move from one country to another country. Immigration, moving into a new country. Immigration is the international movement of people to a destination country of which they are not natives or where they not possess. Immigrate is to come into another country to live permanently. Migrate is to move like birds in the winter. The choice between immigrate and migrate depends on the point of view. This is the last topic about migration. Seasonal migration is moving with each season or response to labor or climate condition. So, ang seasonal human migration is the movement of people from place to another or a seasonal basis. It occurs most commonly due to seasonal shift and demand for labor. It includes the migrations such as moving sheep or cattle to higher elevation during the summer to escape the heat, to find more cold place. So ang nag-ingon diri nga ang definition sa movement sa seasonal human migration is the periodic movement of a population from region to climate to another accordance with the yearly cycle, weather, and temperature changes.
People who migrate fall into several categories. An immigrant is a person who is leaving one country to live in another. An immigrant is a person who is entering a country from another to make a new home. A refugee is a person who has moved to a new country because of a problem in their former home. Internal migration and the international migrants. Internal migration refers to the movement of people within the borders of a country where individuals or groups relocate from one place to another within the same nation. Internal migration plays a crucial role in shaping the demographic, economic, and social landscape within a country as people move between rural and urban areas or across different regions in pursuit of improved livelihoods and lifestyles. While international migrants are individuals or groups of people move from one country to another, crossing international borders for various reasons. They are further classified as legal immigrants, illegal immigrants, and refugees. Legal immigrants are those who moved with the legal permission of the receiver nation. Illegal immigrants are those who move without legal permission, and refugees are those who crossed an international boundary to escape persecution. Immigration and immigration. So as I tackled ganina, immigration refers to the act of leaving one's own country to settle permanently in other country. Immigrants are people who are leaving their home country to move another country. Immigration, on the other hand, refers to the act of entering and settling in a foreign country with the intention of establishing permanent residence there. It focuses on the perspective of the country of destination, where individuals or groups are arriving. Immigrants are people who are coming to a new country to live and work. In summary, immigration is about leaving one's country of origin, and immigration is about entering a new country for permanent residence. These terms are often used together to describe countries and their crucial concept in understanding human migration patterns and their impact on societies. Step, circular, and chain migration. Step migration refers to the migration pattern in which an individual or group of people move from their places of origin to an intermediate location before settling in their final destination. It is a migration pattern conceptualized in 1885 by Ernst George Ravenstein, who observed migration as occurring stage by stage as rural inhabitants moved closer to urban areas of growth. Circular migration on repeat migration is the temporary or seasonal and usually repetitive movement of migrant worker between home and host areas, typically for employment. This type of migration is common among migrant workers who go to another region or country for work and return to their place of origin after a specific period. Chain migration is the social process by which immigrants from a particular area follows others from the area to a particular destination. So, ang chain migration, ang meaning ani niya is that kanang example ni balhin ka sa laing nasod, and then other part of your family like imong lola, imong kanang yuhin, something like that, or mga pamangkin is that mo appeal pud sila balhin kung aha ka ni adto. So that is chain migration. Voluntary versus involuntary migration. So klaro na kayo. Voluntary migration is based on initiative and free will of the person and is influenced by a combination of factors: economic, political, and social. Either in the migrant's country of origin or in the country of destination. Involuntary migration, also known as forced migration, refers to the movement of the people from one place to another against their will or without their consent. This type of migration is typically caused by factors such as conflict and war, environmental disasters, political reasons, and economic factors. And now we're going to discuss the measuring migration. We're going to measure the migration rate. First is the net migration rate. To get the net migration rate, so NMR is equal of number of immigrant minus number of emigrants over population times 100. The next one is gross migration. To get the gross migration rate, so this is the formula. GMR is equal of in migrants plus out migrants over major population times 100. Third one is the migration efficiency ratio. So to get the MER, so this is the formula. MER is equal of net migration rate over gross migration rate times 100. So this is the example. In a town with a population of 500,000, there were 10,000 immigrants and 5,000 emigrants in a year. First is we're going to get the NMR, net migration rate. So, sa formula itong gamiton. So, NMR is equal to immigrants minus emigrants over population times 100. So, NMR is equal to 10,000 minus 5,000 divided by 500,000 divided by 100 times 100 rather. So 10,000 minus 500 is equal to 5,000 divided by 500,000 is equal to 0.01. So we're going to times it by 100. So the net migration rate is 1%. Gross migration rate. The gross migration rate is 10,000 plus 5,000 over 500,000 times 100. So 10,000 plus 5,000 is equal to 15,000 divided by 500,000 times 100 is equal to 0.03 times 100. So the gross migration rate of that town is 3%. Now we're going to MER or migration efficiency ratio. So, nice tulo ka step para makuha nimo ang MER. So, dili ka mo kadiretso og kuha sa MER kung dili nimo makuha dan ang net migration rate o gross migration rate. So, we're going muna to calculate or formulate the kanang NMR o GMR sa town. So, MER equals NMR over GMR times 100. So, MER is equal to 1 over or divided by 3 times 100. So, 1 divided by 3 is equal to 0.33 times 100. So, the migration efficiency ratio of that town is 33%. So now we're going to discuss the cause of migration. First is this is the cause. So economic migration, socio-political migration, ecological migration. The pull factors of immigration. Now is the Ravenstein's law of migration. So we're going to discuss first who is Ernst Georg Ravenstein. So he was a German-English geographer, cartographer. His studies leads mainly in the direction of cartography and the history of geography. He was born in Frankfurt am Main, Germany, to a family of cartographers. He spent most of his adult life in England in a house at Lorne Road, Lambeth, but he died in Germany, his country of birth, on 30th March of 1913. So Ravenstein's law of migration. First, the majority of migrants only go for a short distance. called fraction of distance. 2. Migration proceeds step by step. There is a process of absorption. People immediately surrounding a rapidly growing town move into it. The gaps they leave are filled by migrants from more distant areas until the attraction force is spent. Third, migrants going long distances generally go by preference to places of great commerce and industry. 4. Any current migration stream has a compensating counter stream. Fifth, native towns are less migratory than those rural areas. 6. Females are more migratory than males in their place of birth, but males more frequently ventured beyond. 7. Most migrants are young adults. Families rarely migrate from their place of origin. 8. Large towns grow more by migration than by natural increase. 9. Migration increases in volume when commerce and industry develop and transport improves rather. 10. The major direction of migration is from agricultural areas to center of commerce and industry. 11. Migration increases in volume as industries and commerce develop and improves. So, immigration and immigration destination. So, in other hands, the person moving is both an immigrant and an immigrant, depending upon whether the person is speaking or writing the words lives in the home country or the destination country. United States is the main destination country for international migrants since 1970. Germany is the second largest number of migrants with 15.8 million people. Saudi Arabia is in the third place with the 13.5 million. Next is Russia with 11.6 million. And then the last one is United Kingdom with 9.4 million. Migration corridors. Migration is one of the most serious issues in the economy and society. According to the report, many people migrate from their hometowns to other regions for survival or better life opportunities. According to the results of the study, migrants move to more developed regions in terms of human development. And among the factors which determined human development in terms of migration, the most important ones are respectively income or education and health. That's all. Thank you.